call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we see the number 17 in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Missouri Tigers offense will start this game off. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Missouri wants to go fast. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Sure hands. It's Gore. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Looking for space. It's Hubbard. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Strong. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down line. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Strong. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He'll start this drive firing. Unleashes one. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Got the back over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Gators moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Under heat, he gets rid of it. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Makes the catch. It's Gore. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Here's the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gator! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets and the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. He'll do it himself. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He'll pull it down and run. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Offense at an empty set. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
That's caught. It's Gore. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Going to try to get it himself. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the ground. He's got it again. Breaks into the open. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Gators in a good spot here with second and short.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40. And the Gators will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. On the move at the 30. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give on the option. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Big guy smells it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They got zilch on the last play. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Hubbard.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Working that left side now. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it.
6 remain.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The clock will stop with this timeout offense, they'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the stretch. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early.
And that's a high ball behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Going for the big play. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the catch. It's Bacon. Knocked down for the tackle. The Gators will hustle to the line. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Finds us back in the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They're dealing with a second and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Dumps it off in the flats. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Turns on the Jets. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Scrambling away. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gators in the hurry up. They'll try to run for it. Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Tempo and overdrive.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And back to the air on second down. This time it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Gators are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Second down now after the sack. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Safe completion on the screen. Still running at the 35. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. On the option. Now the pitch. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Really good job by this defense. Understanding responsibility football. Playing the first option. Playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Gator. Fit it in the window for the score. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. But when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Gators want to move quickly. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come. This one. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Use the play fake, now to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Oh, what a move. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game. You know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Finds his man. It's Algier. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their...
He's got it. First down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, gets the defense off guard.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Wants to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on it.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Down in the 4th quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
They're working that left side. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. got his man quickly. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their first win of the season. Really impressed how they came out. After starting the season 0-2, they knew this was going to be a physical game, and they came ready to go on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Missouri, 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback. He makes a sure tackle. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the Gators want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down. Might be looking to run. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Then how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Another incompletion on third down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on third and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Bridges. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is